Hi, I'm Steve Kime.
I'm Tony Huan.
We're from Blood and Iron Martial Arts, and today we'll be reviewing the Castille weapon mask. My first impression of this mask was that it fit rather snug on my head. I also noticed that the upper layer of the inside does sit rather high on the forehead, which does give the impression that this might not protect well or it may shift during fencing, but I did not find this to be the case at all.
As for me, I absolutely love how it has this nice black finish to all the trims, so it actually looks very attractive. One of the things that I did notice, I had the older model, is it didn't come with ear holes. I could not hear anything for the life of me. So I shot them a message, put some ear holes, and they made a revision on Steve's afterwards. Alrighty, break-in period. So I got the earlier model and I got a funny shaped head, so it took a little bit of crushing and squeezing to get this thing fitting nice and snug. And the bibs are actually quite nice for fitting in. And one of the things we noticed is for taking off the inside and the outside, it's actually quite easy for removing and putting back on. So it was quite an easy adjustment for cleaning, like you would do with removable liners.
My break-in period was somewhat shorter with the newer model of the mask. Once I got used to how snug it fit around my head, I find I had no problem moving my head around. The bib was very flexible. It didn't inhibit my motion at all. Some of the things we liked about this mask. I like the fact that it's very economical at $77 on the website, and that the inner layer is a single solid piece that's very easy to remove for cleaning purposes.
Speaking of removable liners, one of the things I found this so much better than my older previous mask I had, which was the AF removable liner, is this is a solid piece. The AF one was a half piece, which only covers from your chin and below. As for this guy, since it actually has a lot of Velcro points all around, it made it really easy just to stick it back on and make adjustments. The other thing I like about these liners is that it has some nice thick cushioning liners, foam filling. And it actually makes the mask quite comfortable, and it's great for taking some serious hits. As for things I like to know about the mesh I quite like about it is, after a year of intensive sparring, this guy only took one small dent that's barely noticeable that you have to look up close. Otherwise, all the other hits, I can't see anything. Maybe a few scratches on this. Things we can improve on. So, not to be complaining so much, but it is kind of nice to have a mask with a slightly wider in the back behind. I noticed with some other ones, they're a little bit wider, and this one with my big head, a little bit of my head is sticking out, and I have taken hits to the side before.
Something that I'd like to see is, again, for somebody like myself who has a very large head, the inner layer maybe having a little bit of extra padding on the inside, particularly in this section right here where there is no padding and the mesh just covers your head. Also, for marketing purposes, it would be nice to have one that actually comes with its own overlay. And that way you have a choice between getting one with an overlay attached and getting one without. Just a little bit of variety.
Final impression. As for this mask, I absolutely love it. For the price of $77 US, $21 just to replace the liner, I feel this mask is something I could use for a very long time, and it's taken quite the abuse, so love it. Steve?
I love it as well. I think it's a fantastic mask. I was able to put it on and spar with it right away. I love the durability of it. I love the fact that it's a competitive price. I definitely would recommend it to someone.